Okay, so we are going to discuss about the ServiceNow integration. Okay, so in that, like we are going to discuss about the REST and SOAP APIs, the integration hub, the authentication, and the real world use cases. So coming to the curriculum overview, it is something like the duration is of 5 weeks. Okay, so it's like 35 to 40 hours in total. So the schedule is like for us, it's like 1 hour on weekdays, and like whoever the target audience, like the developers or the product managers or the content creators, at least like if they have the basic knowledge in service now, they will be able to grab this integration course. Okay, and like as I told you, the basic tools which we need to continue this integration curriculum is something like this PDI and the Postman for API testing, the integration hub, and the Flow Designer, which is already a part of the PDIs, and webhook simulation tools. Okay, we will just talk about what is this webhook simulation tools and all these things. So coming to the curriculum, as I told you, like it's of 5 weeks. The week one, like it's divided according to the days. In the week one, we are going to discuss about the foundations and the core concepts, like the overview of the integrations, their importance, like what is the real life usage of these integrations, what are the different types of integrations which we have, and we will be identifying the integration points which we already have in our environment. Okay, and like we can automate the user onboarding across the systems. So coming to the day 2, we are discussing about the REST API basics, where we are going to discuss about the get and post methods over there. The REST API Explorer, we will take some examples of the REST API Explorer, and we'll try to get the details from the tables there, and we will be performing the get calls using the Postman. So, and coming to the day 3, it is we will talk more about the authentication part. When we come to the REST API basics, like there will not have any authentication which we'll be discussing there. Coming to the REST API basics, like we are discussing about the authentication, how we need to handle the errors, because like when we do the authentication, okay, so yesterday, like if you have seen when we are doing the integration, so what happened is like we are not able to connect to the system. That's because like the authentication got failed. Okay, so there are certain codes where we have the certain error codes, we call it as. Okay, so there are certain errors due to which you'll not be able to connect to the systems. There are something like 401, 403, there are so many error codes. So like by after, like once you complete this integration classes, you should be in a position to understand, like when you get any error, you have to identify like what kind of error it is. So based on the error codes, the type of error will be defined. So coming to the day 4, like the REST and also the SOAP. Okay, so we will be discussing more in detail about the SOAP concepts and like the difference between the REST and SOAP, when you have to use the REST, when you have to use the SOAP, how you can use that SOAP, and all those things. So once we complete this REST and SOAP, then we will be talking something about the integration patterns. Okay, the hub and spoke, which we are discussing in the integration hub, and what are the best practices to do that integrations. And coming to the week 2, we are going deep into the REST API put and patch. Here we have discussed the get and post methods. Now we are discussing about the put and patch. Both seems to be similar, but there's a slight difference between put and patch. Okay, so how we need to require the body input validation is happening, how we are handling the error functions, how the applications are handled, and what are the different exercises which you can do using this put and patch. All those things we will be discussing in the week 2. So, and the day 2, it is something like how you have to pass the complex inputs, like how you can pass it using the body, using the path, using the query parameters, and how you need to give the roles to them, and how you can do the post calls with the endpoints, and all those things we will be discussing in the day 2. And then like we are discussing about the REST API get here using the query parameters. That is nothing but the scripted REST APIs which we will be discussing here, where you can just write the simple scripts. You can just call the REST message over there, and you have the default things which you have it, and you can call those things and you can write the scripts. Next, we are talking about the REST API delete. What is the use of the REST API delete calls? Ideally, in the real-time organization, we will not be using this REST API delete calls mainly because we don't want to delete anything. Okay, but like I'll just tell you as it is a demo instance, but it's good to know, like when you go for any interviews or something, like what is the use of delete and how you can see that. Again, we can see the use cases and the real world scenarios. We can just use the one of the API there, and we can try to consume it and check like how it works and all. Okay, then we will be doing the authentication and SOAP API deep dive into it, like using the GitHub integration, how we can do it, and we can compare with the uh, types of authentication over there, OAuth, Kerberos, and like the different types of authentication. We can try to use those authentication methods, and we can identify how we can differentiate between those things. Then this is what you were talking about, like the single sign-on integration. We can create a single sign-on integration, so where like we can set up a identity provider there, and we can do the integration. We can just see this single sign-on integration live. Then coming to the script SOAP service, and what are the different CRUD operations we can do, the WSDL and the security considerations which we have it, all those things we can see it in the SOAP API, and like the integration comparisons we have, and like we will be taking the different use cases and we will be testing those things. Then comes the integration hub. So the integration hub, when compared to all these things, seems to be very simple. Okay, because like you people already have the inbuilt integration spokes there, where you can just use the common spokes and you can do the integration. So here we will try to do the Microsoft Teams or the Salesforce spokes. We can use those spokes and we can try to do the integrations. So when you want to call that spokes in the ServiceNow, you can do it using only the flow designer. Okay, so those things we will be discussing about. So data import techniques, that is simple, like the just the transform map kind of thing, how you can import the CSV, Excel, XML, all those things we can discuss. Data export and event management, so whenever we get any alerts in the other tool, how you can handle those alerts, how you can create incidents for those alerts. So those things will be discussed in this day 4 data export and event management. Then comes the webhook and real-time integration. Okay, we can use the webhook, a third party tool which acts as a listener there, and we can integrate it. Then comes the mid server, which is like the major thing I can say. Okay, in that mid server, it's a real world, we can try to create a mid server, we can try to set up some mid server, there, and like we can identify what is the use case of that mid server, and like how we need to install that, how we need to troubleshoot the mid server connectivity, and all those things we can discuss it. Then comes the CRM integration or the Salesforce integration, which we have it. Then we have something called as the ERP integration. Then like the performance and monitoring, how we need to handle those errors, what are the different types of errors we have, the pagination errors and all those kind of things. Then the advanced integration patterns, that is nothing but like we will be using both hub and spoke deep dive into it. Okay, then the capstone design, like we can take any of the tool like which you prefer, and we can just try to integrate with that tool. Okay, so this is the course curriculum which we have it for the integrations.